Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is almost that time again. We have a brand new double special Heroes banner coming later this month, and so I am here to record a prediction of sorts for who is likely to be seen on said banner. Now, disclaimer, this isn't always correct, and they can jump around a bit, so there's never really like a specific progression that they use for these, but there are a couple of indicators that we can use to kind of figure out who's likely to be on. So the first thing that we do is we kind of take a look at who's remaining. So these are units that are basically left over from partial banner representation so far. All right. So far, Shinon from the Ninja banner has not come back. And then we also have Manuela and Mira, who have not come back from the Winter banner. And then that kind of puts us into, what's coming down the pike in terms of upcoming banners. Looks a little like this. Now, I've added everything from spring. Obviously, we do have things like the kids banner, the brides banner, that stuff. Soon we'll have double summer, all of those things. But so far, nobody from New Year's, nobody from Hatari, nobody from Valentine's or Devotion, I guess, and nobody from Spring have shown up on said banners. So everybody in those blocks are still there. I think the last time we did a double special, it was mostly Ninja banner stuff. It was a fair mix of Winter and Ninja banner, if I'm remembering correctly. So not too surprising that we still have a couple leftovers from there that we got to fill in. And I will point out that we have 2 remainders in red, whereas we have a gap in red and 2 extra in green. So that's kind of curious. What that means is throughout the year, they typically have the same number of representation for each color. So eventually, somewhere down the line, maybe within the next few months, there will be a Special Heroes banner that doesn't have a green hero. So they may double up on something like colorless, something like blue, probably red, let's be real. And then, the future upcoming section will kind of look like this, except there will be an empty green spot because there will be extra remainders in green, something along those lines. So that's just kind of something to take note of, I guess. Not that it really matters a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, but we do have a slight abundance of green. And so eventually, somewhere down the road, on the Special Heroes banner, we will not have a green hero represented. And it may be summer. Could be as soon as summer. I don't think that's the case. But, it could happen. Maybe. Potentially. So what do we think is likely to happen? There's a couple of things that always happen with double Special Heroes. And when I say always, it means that loosely translating to typically we see these things. Typically there are 2 duo/harmonized pairings. Typically there are 2 4-star special heroes, and then the rest is all filler. There's 2 from every color, okay? And they typically go in order of debut, although sometimes it jumps around a little bit. Obviously we have nobody from January. We still have a remainder from November. There was a time where one of the prior New Year's units hadn't shown up until I think November or December of later that year. I think it was Caden. Actually, was it New Year Caden? I think it was New Year Caden, where he just hadn't shown up. They hadn't thrown him on there yet. So that's, I guess, something to kind of, think about as we're moving through here. So what we're likely to see with the upcoming Double Special Heroes banner is you're probably going to see a lot of New Year's, and you might see a little bit of Atari. There is also a chance that you see a single, maybe 1 representative from Day of Devotion, which is possible. Typically, you don't see anybody show back up on these Double Special Heroes banners until it's about 3 months out. I think that's a pretty safe assumption. And so since Day of Devotion was in February, we're now in June. We're kind of in that 3, 4, 5 month period where they could be back around for a rotation. Ideally, we see them every 6 months. That's kind of like the golden scenario, right? So that you do get a crack at them twice a year, once on their debut banner, once on their double special. and then it's semi-annually. So in an ideal world, that's how it works. Sometimes not the case. Sometimes they show up a little bit sooner. Sometimes they show up a little bit later. New Year Cadence case, sometimes they show up a lot later. You never really know. But this time we should likely be seeing a lot of New Year's reps. The fact that we don't have any remainders to fill in from green and colorless indicates that we will likely be seeing strong reps from them. And like I said, more than likely, we're going to see double duo, double harmonized, and double 4-stars. So what does that potentially look like? This. So blue, I think, is a pretty hard lock in terms of what we have here. Green, I think you're probably going to see a double duo happening here. And by duo, I mean also harmonized, because, treated similarly, but not the same. Green is going to be a powerhouse. Okay, green's going to be a powerhouse. This is part of the Hero Rises Voting Gauntlet banner that we didn't get. This is the better option, in my opinion, where we've got Azura and Dagger sharing. It might not be what happens here. It might not be, but I think that it is. Okay, I think that it is what happens here. So if you look at that, green is just absolutely dominating. Colorless is kind of interesting. I think we're pretty much a lock for our 4-star Catgirl down here. Now the part that makes it a little curious, okay, the part that makes it a little bit curious, you could go with Zane or you could go with Robin. All of that is depending on what they do with red, right? So we've got Nyla, right? We've got Fafnir, we've got Manuela. If they go Manuela, then obviously it will not be Zane in colorless, because Manuela and Catgal down here are both 4-star, right? They're not going to put 3 4-stars on here, certainly not color sharing both. I think the last one, might have been the last one, second to last double special heroes we had, blue was both color sharing. I think it was Bride Juno and Summer Ogma. I think they were both color sharing on the double special, and they were both 4-stars. So it's not unheard of to have 2 4-star rates color sharing in the same pool. So I mean that is possible. So if they go with Manuela in red, then we're not going to see Zane in colors. It would be Robin. What I think they're likely going to do is I think they will probably throw Fafnir in with Shinon. Okay. And I think then they will probably put Zane down here in colorless. And so we'll have double 4-star in colorless, which is, pretty good value, I think. Double duo in green, which is crazy value. And then pretty strong blue and red, right? And so what that means for the next time, because you see Kron there in red, he is our next duo harmonized unit. The 2 next duos are going to be red and green, right? And so far, they haven't put a duo color sharing with a 4-star. So next time, you'd probably be looking at something like Nyla and Crom color sharing in red, with Manuela still being a remainder, right? That's probably what will happen there. You'll have a blue 4-star color sharing with a 5-star in blue. Green will be double in the likes of Lucina and the harmonized Sonya. And then we'll have Henry as a 4-star, and then Robin as a 5-star. So I think likely that's what's going to happen for this time, and then the next time too. But obviously we'll cover that later, right? That's 3 months away at this rate. We'll talk about that later. I think more than likely what we'll see here is Fafnir showing up alongside Shinon, and then also Zane showing up alongside New Year Cat Lady down here. So I think more than likely that's where we're at. Fair? Fair. So again, if anybody in this little prediction thing looks interesting to you, be sure to hold off. Obviously, it's always safer to save until the official word is out. Don't take my prediction as gospel, but I'm not usually wrong. I'm usually within 1 or 2 hero guess here. So, but you know, anybody that's in the upcoming bracket in the middle here, if they are of interest to you, be sure to wait and get the final official verdict before spending prematurely. So yeah, that's pretty much who I think we're going to see for the Double Special Heroes banner coming up in, I think, just about a week from now. I think, maybe. We'll see. But hey, let me know in the comments who you think we'll see. Who do you want to see, I guess, is the more telling question. Whether it's, you know, copium or not. But that's it for me for right now. So thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Subscribe. Like the video, maybe? That'd be cool. Come back for more. Until then, I'll catch you next time.